Hoffman texted the woman's children on her phone to say she was sick and not to visit for a while. Then he ordered a pizza.
What the hell?
You got moves, I got ideas too. Better yet, what's the move? I don't know, just move. Where it at? Ain't got no time.
Woes! I have a question for y'all. Something real simple. What do you want for Christmas this year? Comment that in the comment section below. Yeah. And don't come at me talking about Gator. I want no, because I can't give you nothing. Like if I have to buy something for you, no, I can't, because I'm broke as hell. I can't. I'm sorry. The most I can probably do for y'all, probably like I don't know. I really don't. But I'm sure if I'm not buying y'all nothing. I'm just keeping it 100. Keep it real. Right? I'm broke as hell. Just because I'm on YouTube does not mean I'm rich. Just because I'm on YouTube don't mean, I got money like that. I got it. I don't got it like that. You don't know what's going on with me. You don't know what's my personal life. You don't know. You don't know. Because I'm broke as hell right now. Feel me? If anybody else is broke, comment below. # broke. That broke life. # broke life. And some people think, oh no, Gator, you're good. I'm really like Gator, you say you're broke, but I don't believe you. No, I'm so broke. It's not even funny. All right. Yeah, but comment, what you want for Christmas. And depending on, it could be a shout out. Or something. I don't know, like could be a personal video you want me to send to you on Snapchat. I don't know. But there we go. I don't know if I said stuff though, but we're going to say it again. Stop! Go! Oh! Let's get it. Wait, what's the title of this? Top 15 secret messages from people who need. Oh, okay, so we're throwing out subliminals. Okay.
Number 15. Pizza delivery.
Right.
When a woman in Avon Park, Florida sent in an order to Pizza Hut online, the message they found in the comments was more than your average pizza order.
Damn.
It read, "Please help, get 911 to me, 911 hostage help. The woman, Cheryl Treadway, and her children were being held hostage by her boyfriend."
That's wow. Damn. That's all I gotta say about that. That's crazy, bro. But I just wanted to say, like, that's clever as hell to have that on like a receipt paper. Cause who the hell is gonna look at a receipt? Like, what the hell? That's crazy. That's smart as hell. That's clever as hell. If I was in that situation, right, and I was doing like the bad thing, right, and I saw like just a random ass, like what I thought was a random receipt paper, I would have either covered it up or just threw it to the side, not thinking nothing of it. That's crazy. Good way to go. Cause I would have left my girlfriend.
Ethan Nickerson. They'd been arguing all day when Nickerson took her cell phone from her. Treadway managed to talk Nickerson into giving her cell phone back for a moment so that she could order dinner online. That's when she sent her secret cry for help. Nickerson retained the woman's cell phone after that. All she could do was hope that the Pizza Hut employees had seen her message. One of them did. Alonia Hawk, a pizza chef, read the message and reported it to her manager. Candy Hamilton, who knew Treadway as a regular customer, immediately sprang into action and called 911. Hostage negotiator Lieutenant Curtis Ludden arrived to find Treadway racing out of the home with one of her children. Two more were still inside with Nickerson, who was armed with a knife and refused to open the door. Although it took about 20 minutes to convince Nickerson, police managed to get everyone out of the house unharmed. Nickerson was arrested and charged for his actions. Number 14. Prisoner. Imagine in the bottom of your shopping bag, you discover a message from a Chinese prisoner. Help, 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 it reads. What do you do? 28-year-old Aussie Stephanie Wilson discovered this plea in her bag, written in blue on white paper. Accompanying the message was a passport photo of Tonin Emmanuel Najong, along with his email address. Wilson said she was shook after reading the letter. Although the investigation led nowhere, a man claiming to be Najong came out as the author of the secret message. I am just happy that someone heard my cry, he said. Number 13. Help me. How observant are you?
Oh, damn.
Would you notice if someone in their car mouthed a secret message to you? One convenience store clerk did in Florida, in Jacksonville at a Kangaroo Express. It was 1 a.m. when the store clerk looked out the window and saw a woman in the vehicle parked outside mouth, "Help." The clerk immediately called police and described the vehicle, enabling them to broadcast the description. Sure enough, the car was spotted by an officer on Atlantic Boulevard, but when the officer tried to pull him over, the driver, later identified as Jose Ramos Sandoval, sped off. Police pursued and the driver was then arrested. The victim said that Sandoval pulled over after finding her walking from one beach bar to another. He asked her if she wanted a lift, mistaking Sandoval for an acquaintance. And the real hero of this story, the convenience store clerk, was thanked for his efforts on social media. Number 12. Pain problems. Imagine you're traveling to a foreign land. Without a thought, you pack painkillers for your boyfriend's back pain. You arrive at your destination, ready for some rest and relaxation, when, without warning, you're placed under arrest and imprisoned. That's what happened to Laura Plummer, a British tourist who traveled to Egypt. Her boyfriend had recently been in an accident, and she was visiting him in Egypt, but before she could, Plummer was arrested at the airport on the Red Sea. The 33-year-old tourist says she didn't know she was breaking the law when she brought the medication into the country, carrying 290 pills.
God damn.
Plummer feared she might be charged with trafficking. Plummer received the meds from a friend in the UK who had a prescription. In a desperate plea, she passed a note to the son from behind bars.
This may sound a little clucked up, what I'm about to say. But you see her picture, right? I know I may get some hate for this, but god damn. I can't not say anything about this. Like her eye makeup is something serious. God damn. And then, I mean, she looked. I mean, she I'm sorry. I mean, she was kind of clucking up though, because if we had on like the Adidas, 2600s, those are the ones. It's amazing how many names of Adidas I know. But like the 2600s, those are the only ones that tells you about every single law in every single country. See, because it was her fault because she had on the Adidas 2500s, which are the ones that only tell you every law in America. But the 2600s are the ones that tell you about the laws in every single country. Every single one. Lady, I'm gonna need you to stop looking at me like that, please. God damn, it looks like you stare me that like you're looking at my soul. Yo, that eye makeup is so serious right now. God. That me think. I'm not trying to make fun of her. But it's just I'm saying like it's a little bit too much. That's all I'm saying. Cause it's making her eyes pop. You can stop looking at me now, please. Thank you.
That read, please help me get out. I don't know what's happening. I'm scared. I had no idea that what I was doing was wrong. I thought I was doing a good deed. Plumbers being kept in a 15 by 15 foot cell with 25 other female prisoners, having signed a 38-page statement written in Arabic.
Damn.
Plumber assumed she'd be permitted to go. Instead, she's been issued a 3-year jail term, a term which was recently...
I mean, I can kind of see it. I can kind of see why, because if you're in a whole different country, right, those people in that country, no matter what country, may not know the pills. You know, like, this is not pills, but these are Tums, right? But in like Australia or China or something, they may not know what Tums are. So to them, this can be really sus. This can be suspicious as a mother clucker, right? So just because, you know, the type of pills that you have are probably well known in your country doesn't mean it's probably well known in another country. It can be something totally different, something totally new that they never seen before or even ever heard before. So I can see why they took precaution. I can see why, you know, security was like kind of tight, mad tight. I can see why, you know, it came to this, but it's still kind of sus. I can definitely see why and how it's sus. You just bringing pills to a whole different country, and pills that they probably never seen before. I understand that.
Upheld in appeals court, number 11, lifesaver. This message in a bottle saved the lives of over 80 migrants.
Damn.
Off the coast of Costa Rica. In 2005,
Costa Rica?
The crew that was smuggling the migrants abandoned ship, leaving the migrants, most of whom were teenagers, to sink or swim. Literally, they sent an SOS message in a bottle, setting it adrift and praying that someone would find it. Please help us, they wrote. Fishermen found the bottle, read the message, and delivered it to workers at a World Heritage Site island nearby. They raised the alarm at the site's headquarters, and rescue crews were sent out to save the drifting migrants, who were then brought back to the island to mend. A harrowing rescue, all due to a secret message in a bottle. Number 10, Chatsworth House. There are some who write secret messages seeking immediate help.
That's a house? Hold on.
And there are...
That's not no clucking house. Yo, that's a whole goddamn mall. Bitch.
Who want the future to know about the hardships they've suffered. The workmen at the Chatsworth House in the UK belong to this latter group when the British stately home of the aristocratic Devonshire family underwent a €32 million restoration program this year. Secret messages were found carved into the wood by the workmen who built the house 170 years ago. Part of their inscription read, "Many out of employ and starving. This winter will be a severe one, so down with the Tory rascals." While they may not have lived to see their message heard, the men created a beautiful gem in the Chatsworth house that lives on. Number 9. Pizza Savior. Yet again, pizza is credited for saving another captive's life. The couple in question had started dating in 2016 and then moved in together. But when they broke up in 2018, the woman moved to a new place and her boyfriend followed.
Oh no.
When the abusive ex-boyfriend entered her house without invitation, his intent was to hold her captive.
That's come on. Come on, y'all. Come on. I'm not saying that's her fault, but I'm kind of like implying it kind of. It should be like second nature. You shouldn't even have to think about after you enter your home to immediately lock all doors, windows, and vents, and anything that can be locked should be locked. God, I hope I'm saying that right. Is it can be locked, should be locked, or anything that should be locked? No. It's anything that can be locked. Anything that can be locked should be locked. Anything that should be locked can be. Could be. No. Can't. Anything that could be. No. Anything that can be locked should be locked. I think that sounds right. Anything that can be locked should be locked. Clock it. I'm just gonna start saying that from now on. If you enter your house and don't immediately lock your door, you clocking up. You are. I don't even think you need Adidas to know that. I mean, granted, it's nice to have Adidas, but I don't think you need Adidas to like once you enter your home or leave your house. Lock all doors, windows, and vent. What the hell is a vent? And vents. That's all I'm saying. That's all. And the fact that I have to explain that lets me know that there are people out there that do shit like this. Shame on you. Gosh.
55-year-old Dean Hoffman took his ex's phone and attempted to drag her upstairs. After allowing her to tend to her nose, he bound her hands and feet with a vacuum cord and shoved a towel in her mouth, leaving her there for 30 minutes. He then released her from her binds, but kept her captive for several more hours. Hoffman texted the woman's children on her phone to say she was sick and not to visit for a while. Then he ordered a pizza. When the pizza delivery guy...
What? Did I hear that right?
He then released her from her binds, but kept her captive for several more hours. Hoffman texted the woman's children on her phone to say she was sick and not to visit for a while. Then he ordered a pizza.
What the hell? If you get a text from your mom saying, and I don't know about you, but if you get a text from your mom, right, saying that she's sick to not visit me for a while, don't you think you would visit her ASAP if you could, if you got the time? Don't you think, because that's your mom's, you would help her out in a lot of ways? Really? So you just gonna say, nah, like you get a text from your mom saying, I'm sick, don't visit me for a while. That doesn't even make any sense. Who would believe that text? Who would listen to that text? Your mom texts you saying she's sick. Don't visit me for a while. Right? Your first instinct should be, oh shit, my mom is sick. I should be over there helping her. Or I'll be over there as soon as possible. That's a matter of fact, I don't even think, I mean, you probably would text your mom and be like, on my way or something like that. But I would either text my mom back saying I'm on my way, or I wouldn't text her. I wouldn't text her at all, and just pop up with like some medicine and stuff like that.
When the pizza delivery guy, Joey Grundle, showed up, he probably didn't expect to find a captive person in the home, mouthing, "Help me, call police," but he did, and he followed her instructions. Joey Grundle said of the ordeal, "It's kind of scary." She pointed to a black eye that was quite visible. Grundle made the call, and the police soon showed up to the home. Though at first Hoffman tried to prevent the woman from answering the door, officers convinced him to open up and he was arrested. Number 8. Zara. When workers go unpaid, they have two options: rise up or accept their fate. That's what some sweatshop workers did when they slipped secret messages into the clothes they were making for the clothing company Zara. "I made this item you are going to buy, but I didn't get paid for it," read a note in place of a price tag at a store in Istanbul.
Are you tripping? You tripping. If you got me working like a dog, if you got me working like a slave, like I'm just working hours on end, days on end, weeks on end without no pay, I'm suing somebody for millions. I'm suing you like hell. You're not about to be working me like no dog. Nope. Nah, you're not. I wonder if that's because apparently I feel like this shit is real, like sweatshops and whatnot, which it shouldn't be, but I feel like there's been a lot of lawsuits with that, like just getting you working for like days on end, probably weeks without no pay. I feel like companies have gotten like sued for that shit. Or something like that. I don't know. But I definitely would have sued the hell out of somebody.
Investigation into the matter uncovered that Zara had outsourced their garment making to Bravo Textile, a manufacturer who shut down overnight. After the shutdown, they refused to pay 3 months' wages to their employers, nor did they compensate them with a severance package. Factory workers took matters into their own hands, printing these messages on clothing tags and placing them on garments. If Bravo Textile didn't pay up, they expected Zara to. Controversial reports have revealed that the Spanish company doesn't have the greatest ethics, from ripped-off designs to environmental damage. Zara has also been charged with ignoring poor factory conditions. I'm guessing they'll try to avoid paying up at all costs. Number 7. Primark. Irish clothing company Primark also experienced an incident of sweatshop labor sewn right into their clothing. Extra labels were found on items that said, "Forced to work exhausting hours," and "degrading sweatshop conditions." While Primark planned to investigate the matter, it's known that the sites at which their products were manufactured were not up to code in the past. The Rana Plaza factory in Bangladesh, a company Primark and other retailers outsourced to, collapsed in April of 2013, leaving 1,134 passed away. A compensation fund was set up for their families who lost a loved one. Primark has contributed to this fund, but these secret messages discovered a year later in 2014 seem to indicate that things haven't changed. Number 6. BBC SOS messages. This one's a rather interesting historical callback to the early broadcast SOS message. In 1923, the BBC began broadcasting personal messages directly to individuals from people who needed help. The messages usually regarded the health of loved ones. This practice lasted 70 years. One example of this SOS message in action involved the great-grandfather of writer Kathleen Hawkins in 1954. She wrote that her grandfather discovered that his father was passing away through one of these BBC SOS messages.
Y'all may make fun of me for this, and I'm being dead ass serious when I say this. I'm 25 and I don't know what SOS means. I mean, I've seen it in movies, I've seen it in TV shows. I bit my lip. Well, how can you bite my lip? Well, I keep biting my lip. Clock my big ass lips. Probably not even that big, but I'm just saying, like, goddamn. Yeah, I'm 25 and I don't know what SOS means. Like I said, I've seen it in movies, I've seen it in TV shows, YouTube videos. But I don't know what that actual, like, I don't know what SOS means. It's like, and why is it that whenever I say deja vu, wow, that was weird. That was so weird. Oh, wow. God, that was weird. Why? That was so weird. I just had a deja vu moment. But, yeah. Fuck, that SOS. I just lost my train of thought. SOS. Why am I saying SOS? Yeah, I don't know what it means. Yada yada. Oh, okay. So why is it that whenever I ask y'all a question, right? There will literally be not hundreds, but a lot of comments answering, like putting the same answer. Like I know for a fact that it's not, like, when I say what does SOS mean, it's going to be a lot of comments saying SOS means, like, it can never be just one comment that says SOS means. I never understood that. That's crazy. But yeah, no, let's get back.
Please head to Dublin where your father is dangerously ill, the message said. Unfortunately, he didn't make it there before his father passed away.
Right.
Number 5, knitting needle. In the 1910s, spies used knitting, believe it or not. Women would knit codes into fabric, with bumpy stitches acting as coded messages. The Belgian resistance used this tactic against the occupying Germans.
Look, I don't mean to be mean, but look. And I know I have, what is it called? Imperfections? Or whatever. I know I'm not perfect. God forgive me for what, you already know what I'm about to say. But look at this mother cluck his eyebrows. I'm not about to roast him. But just look at his eyebrows, yo. Like, his eyebrows! He's like Rock Lee, or I'm sorry, or like Guy from Naruto, bushy ass eyebrows. Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I know that was mean, and I apologize. It was just, it's right there. It's like, how do you miss those eyebrows?
Knitting involves 2 types of stitches. a purl stitch in the form of a bump or a short dash, and a knit stitch flat and in the shape of a V. The result was that a pattern of stitches in a simple scarf or other piece of fabric could act like braille, delivering messages between spies. One spy, Phyllis Latour Doyle, was an operative for Britain. Parachuting into Normandy in 1944, she implanted herself among the occupying German soldiers and gathered information to send back to her people, coding it on a piece of silk. Extraordinary, and yet completely ordinary. Number 4, CQD and other last words. When the Titanic set off on its maiden voyage, wireless was a fairly new technology. Being a prestigious ship, the Marconi Company, a top tech brand at the time, installed its wireless operators aboard the ship. In fact, the Titanic had what was described by the BBC as the biggest and best wireless equipment in the world. While first-class passengers were the primary users of the technology, sending their friends and family messages back home, they wouldn't be the only ones to use it by the time their journey came to an abrupt end. When the Titanic hit the iceberg on the fateful night, the wireless operators sent out their first coded message requesting assistance. CQD. This was the popular distress signal at the time, although SOS was also in rare use. They then sent a more direct message to a ship called the Carpathia. Come at once. We have struck a berg. It's a CQD, old man. They sent a similar message to another ship, the Frankfurt. These messages were forwarded onwards to ships that might be closer. The messages from the Titanic continued, describing how the passengers were disembarking in boats. The power was shutting down and the engine room had flooded. A sister ship, the Olympic, responded, saying they were lighting up all boilers as fast as we can. A few minutes before the Titanic sank, one last urgent message was sent out in code. Come quick, engine room nearly full. This left the rescue ships to try and navigate to the Titanic's location and coordinate rescue efforts. Once rescued, the survivors of the ship sent out their own personal messages to family and friends. Completely destitute, no clothes, one wrote. Meet me dock with $200, underwear, cap, big coat, am well but slightly frozen, wrote another. Unfortunately, many did not get to send out a final message. Number 3, Black Dot Campaign. This grassroots movement involves drawing a tiny black dot on your hand to signal to others that you are struggling, either to connect with other survivors or to cry for help. According to CAEPV.org, 1 in 4 women in America has been abused by an intimate partner. The campaign seeks to enable survivors to deliver a message to friends, relatives, and agencies that they are in need of help escaping an abusive relationship. The campaign does have its critics.
Wow.
Kim Gandy stated, secrecy is actually an important element to safety planning for a survivor, which could be jeopardized if the abuser sees the dot or sees the remnants of it and knows it is an attempt to get help. Survivors, however, have utilized the dot. According to the campaign, not only has the dot already helped dozens of survivors escape their situations, but it is also a source of comfort to those who've been silent. It helps them voice their experiences. One example of this secret message in action came from a pregnant woman who was being abused by the baby's father. The man wouldn't let her out of his sight. After reading about the Black Dog campaign, she took a risk at a hospital exam. She jotted a note on her hand that simply said, "Help me," which was signal enough for her healthcare professional to take action. The woman said she didn't have to say anything, and the consultant was able to move her to a safe place just in time for her baby to arrive. At least some sad, scary stories have a happy ending. Number 2, Halloween SOS. Yet another forced labor message, found this time in a Halloween toy. The letter was discovered by Julie Keith in Oregon in a totally ghoul toy set she'd purchased at Kmart in 2011. The author wrote in broken English, "If you occasionally buy this product, please kindly resend this letter to the World Human Rights Organization. Thousands people here will thank and remember you forever." The letter continued, detailing the abuses, the long hours, and worse experienced by those in a China labor camp. After contacting human rights groups to no avail, Keith posted the letter on Facebook, and it was picked up by the media. It wasn't until much later that Mr. Zhang came forward in CNN's Beijing office to share his story. Zhang was imprisoned by the Chinese government for being part of the Falun Gong spiritual movement. He spent 2.5 years in a labor camp, which is when he wrote the message. For people who have never been there, it's impossible to imagine, he said. The first thing they do is take your human dignity away and humiliate you. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way, you'll be notified of the new video we upload every Tuesday.
I'm sorry.
Number 1.
I'm sorry.
Airline trafficking. If you see something, say something. That's what this flight attendant on Alaska Airlines did when she saw a 14 or 15-year-old girl who appeared disheveled on her flight. The older man who accompanied her was well-dressed, and the disparity struck a chord. Sheila Frederick was working her flight route from Seattle to San Francisco when she felt in her gut that something was off. Their appearance together and their behavior confirmed her suspicions. When she spoke to the pair, the young girl remained silent and the man seemed defensive because the girl wouldn't speak to her. Frederick took matters into her own hands. She left a note for the girl in the bathroom of the plane. The girl responded writing, "I need help." Frederick sought help from the plane's pilot, who contacted the San Francisco police. They were there to arrest the despicable trafficker when the plane landed. Frederick said, "I've been a flight attendant for 10 years, and it's like I'm going all the way back to when I was in training, and I was like, I could have seen these young girls and young boys and didn't even know. Luckily, she was at least able to save this person." Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because we upload new countdowns every Tuesday and Saturday. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of our other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy.
You know, out of all of these videos that we just watched, the one that really stuck out to me was having the dot, like the black dot in the center of your hand or like on the palm of your hand. I did not know that. I mean, I don't think, and I'm trying to remember, but I don't, as far as I can remember, I don't remember, ever seeing a post like that, ever seeing somebody having that, right? And if they did, God, I hope they was rescued and they got some help. But I've never seen that. That's crazy. I never even would have thought about that. I wonder who was the first person to really do that. That's wow, man. But this was a very interesting video, due to the fact that there's so many ways of getting your message across or getting your message heard. Or there's like so many signals you can do, so many just so many ways of letting people know that you need help. And this was a lot of 15 ways of getting your message across, getting your message heard, getting the fact that you need help heard by someone or something. Like that's crazy. And I'm sure probably now that we have there's a lot more ways of getting your message across and not just limited to like only like a couple of things. But yeah, man, this video was very, very interesting. And I don't know if we still, I said we, but I don't know if they're now. I don't know if there's still works like sweatshops out there. If it is, god damn. I felt bad for the people that either experience firsthand what it's like to work in a sweatshop, or if you're in a sweatshop. Like I'm so sorry, and I hope you get out ASAP. Ridiculous, yo. Oh. Is knitting hard for anybody that knows how to knit or learning how to knit? Is it hard? Because I feel like that's something I would do, like if I'm bored or whatever, or I'm just like in my spare time, just listen to the music and just knit. Is it hard? You know, I mean, I know that some people have different, can learn faster, or like learn quicker than others. I know. Some people can like people learn different ways and just learn differently than others. But do you think knitting is hard? Let me know in the comments, because I wouldn't say I would love to learn how to knit, but I mean it's interesting to me. But let me know all that in the comment section below. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family. One time? Okay. Boom.